Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Whole Woman Show. This is a special edition, and it's in reference to the I Got You Girl conference, the conference that is set to take place this coming Saturday at the National Training Center from 10 a.m. in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. Um, we're excited, and I have all the ladies in the room. Everybody's here. Well, everybody's coming because it's in the evening and people are at work. So we're going to have to give them a little bit of time to get in here. But joining me, who's on screen with me now, is Mrs. Donna Maria Mortimer, Mrs. Katashna Fee, and Mrs. Kim. Welcome. And we're going to take over and we're going to do what we do. And we're going to let the other people come in as they come in. Because, like I said, we have Dr. Wilnay Bain. She's at the hospital. She's a doctor, and she said she has a critical patient. So she is going to be popping in if she can, popping out when she has to see a patient. And then Brittany Noel, who is our international guest from Houston, Texas. She has a patient that came to her at a late hour. So she's with the patient this afternoon as well. She said to make her apologies, and she's going to pop on if she can as well. If not, we will definitely be seeing her on Saturday. And here, just popped in just now, is Miss Selvin Higrai, Miss Universe Bahamas, and she's going to be with us as well on Saturday. And I am so excited to have all these beautiful women on the screen with me. I can't wait till Saturday. Welcome, everyone.
Good
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Feel free to pitch in wherever you all feel free to pitch in. This a free fall, okay? I brought everyone here tonight so that we could be able to give the public a little bit of information about what it is that is going to happen in that room on Saturday. The conference is for young women between the ages of 12 to 18. But I am excited because we have so many older women that have been calling and asking to be in the room. And I've told them yes, because I know the information is going to be relevant to them as well. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to give each woman that is here the opportunity to talk a little bit about what they are going to be bringing to the table on Saturday. Just a little snippet because we don't want y'all to get all, we want y'all to be in the room so y'all can get the rest of it. Just a snippet so that y'all can see what is going to be happening in that room on Saturday. I tell you, I'm like a kid in a candy store. My assistant at the office, she's like, you're so excited, you're so excited. I'm like, you get to hang out with some of the most amazing women there is. So what we're going to do, we're going to let Mrs. Donna Mortimer, Maria Mortimer, tell us who she is and talk to you a little bit about what she's going to be bringing to the table on Saturday.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Regina, for this wonderful opportunity to share some insight with the young girls of the conference. I am ecstatic to be in the room with such phenomenal women, such as Miss Selvanique Wright, Miss Bahamas, Miss Kim Welcome, the professional polished coach, Miss Kateshla McPhee, and of course yourself, Leona Young, and all the other wonderful ladies who will be joining us shortly. My name is Donna Maria Mortimer, and I wear several hats. I am a mother, a grandmother, an adjunct professor at the University of the Bahamas, a lecturer at ISBET, International School of Business, Entrepreneurship, and Technology. I am also the CEO and owner of my etiquette and image consulting company, Art of Etiquette. I am all about enhancing lives. So on Saturday, I aim to bring my A game to this conference, and I'm going to give those young girls a snippet of what it means to have self esteem, what it is to have social graces, and how they should deport themselves with decorum. I'm going to implore them to be mindful, cutesy, and demure. So I'm looking forward to a wonderful time on Saturday with these young women and to, of course, to share the stage with all of you young, wonderful professionals. So thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this dynamic undertaking.
You are welcome. And that's just the beginning. Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? And that is just the beginning. So let's keep going. I see my girl Leona Young has just popped on, and I know that it is good to see you, Leona. How you doing? Can you hear us? Leona, can you hear us?
Mm.
you have to check your mic because everybody else is clear. You have to give your mic approval. But when this is technology, and we know with technology anything is liable to happen. So we're gonna have to help walk everybody through and get everybody in the room. Hold on for me one more. Leo, yeah, it's gonna have to be your mic, Leona, because everybody else is clear. You can hear me, right? You can't
I
hear
don't
me?
know if you can hear me, but there's no sound. I
I can
can't
hear
hear
you now.
you.
I can hear you now. I can. Yes, I can. We're gonna take a minute. Hold on for me 1 second. Let me let my technician deal with this. So someone will be helping you soon, Leona. Okay, now that we've heard from Miss Mortimer, we're going to hear from Miss McPhee, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what she brings to the table, what she's going to be bringing to the table on Saturday. And I am excited. I can tell you this. I'm just over the roof moon with all of what I'm looking forward to on Saturday. Miss McPhee, take it away.
Hello again, everyone. Good to be here. I'm happy for this space, just to have the opportunity to be in this room with all of you wonderful ladies. I am Katesha McPhee, Creative Director at High Point Agency. But along with that, I also volunteer down TAPS, which is the alternative school, where girls would go right before they get sent to Willamette Pratt. And being there, I've seen a lot of the girls who've come in that they always move right back to social media and they post it online. The people that they started to follow and the trends and those things that got them into the problems that they got into. So, what I'm bringing there is an opportunity to speak with the young ladies and let them know that there is so much more than the facade of what social media shows. The real life that's really what we all have to live through. And some of us had the opportunity and the grace of growing in a time where social media did not exist, but a lot of the issues that these young ladies are faced with are some of the same issues that we've seen in our time.
Yes.
It just presented
Mhm.
itself in a different form. So I want to be able to speak to them and help them to understand that even though we may not have grown up with social media the way that they did, the same issues they have, the same controversies, the same situations, same relationships are the same things that we had to overcome. And so I want to be able to show and share with them the things that they can use to enhance their life and the things that they should avoid that would absolutely wreck and cause issues and turmoils and things that they will have to later overcome. So I'm excited to be in the room with you all and be able to see how everything that we bring together will help to enhance these young ladies' lives, something that they will carry with them from here and into the future.
Said, do I have to? What y'all want me to say? Tell me what y'all want me to say. Do I have to say anything? Do I?
I turn it
That's only
over to
two
you.
persons so far. And thank you so much, Katasha. That's only two persons so far. And do you hear the amazing information that is about to be shared in that room? I can't even when God gave me the concept for this show, for this conference, I was like, okay, Lord, I'm not picking anybody. I want you to let me know who's supposed to be in that room because I wanted the information that was brought in that room to be what he wanted to be in that room. And let me tell you, each one of you was special to me when it came to this conference. So please know that. And I am so excited and honored to have you here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to do this and to be obedient to what God has called you to do. Because once you're a part of it and you said yes, that meant you were supposed to have been here. So thank you guys so much. Next on the agenda, I'm going to let you hear from Miss Universe Bahamas, my little beautiful lady in the corner, in the middle of the screen. Go ahead and take it away, my love.
Hello, everyone. So, as Mrs. Wiley would have mentioned, my name is Selvanique Wright, Miss Universe Bahamas 2024. And what I will be speaking about is resilience. I will be telling my story. I do believe that That is truly how I am able to impact the lives of young women by telling them what it is that I would have faced, what I overcame, and truly what it took for me to get to the place that I am right now in life. And I believe that this is what is going to carry me through the rest of my life. And I think and I know that my story is what is going to aid them in their journey to being the best versions of themselves. So I'm very excited to, as the other ladies would have mentioned, share this platform with such amazing women who have so much to offer. And I know that I will be indeed impactful in the lives of these women when we have the opportunity to meet.
Thank you so much, Salvanique. You and I haven't met yet, but I am so looking forward to meeting you and to just give you a little hug and because I'm a hugger, to give you a little hug just to let you know that I'm here for you if you ever need me. That's what I do. And thank you so much for taking the time to do this because I know you have a busy schedule. You are at work right now, so I'm letting the audience know you have to pop off and pop back on. You are at work at this time. So, Leona, can you hear me now? Thank you, my love. Joining me right now is Miss Leona Young. She just popped back on. Of course, like I said, this is live and technology does what it does, and we're going to work with it and we're going to make sure that everyone is okay. And I am grateful for the ladies taking time to be here tonight because it is a weekday and people have children and work and all that kind of stuff. So this is special to me. Leona, welcome. You are going to be the next one up in the room to tell us what you have planned for the young ladies in the room on Saturday. Can't hear.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
We can.
Hello, beautiful ladies. Oh my goodness, you all are so gorgeous. And yes, Miss Wiley, I'm so excited for Saturday. In my household, I have from 12 and beyond, right? As it pertains to young ladies. So I can relate to all of these age brackets. And yes, I am Gen Z coded. I have no other choice because of the youth in my home, my nieces all around me. So I'm so excited to connect with the young ladies, as influencers, as all of the ladies here on this platform. We're going to bring value, right? And with the young generation, what they need that wisdom, they need that knowledge, they need that understanding, and the fact that we have survived through generations and we can bring that wisdom and say, listen, this is what you should do. We never know what these young women are experiencing at home, and to know that we can bring that value and add that value to their life by way of the different industries that we are a part of. I'm so excited. What the young women means to me, I have so many young girls in my home. And when I say my home, my immediate home with my nieces, they're my daughters. So I know what it is to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And of course, be able to bring that advice that they look at me and they say, Aunt Leona, oh my gosh, it's such a blessing to have you in our life because we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for your mentorship. So to now bring that to the community of young ladies, I'm very much so excited about Saturday because yeah, we have some great things in store for these young ladies, and I can tell you they're all going to leave there, of course, like Selvanique mentioned, being a better version of themselves. So I am excited for Saturday and excited to tell my story as well. And I'm sure that every young lady in that room, they're going to be grateful that they said yes to this amazing convention. And thank you so much for putting this on. It just speaks of your character, of course, your heart, for the young women, for the future of the Bahamas. So thank you again for putting this together. And I'm excited to seeing you all on Saturday. And of course, hearing all of the powerful stories from our influencers on the platform. So thank you again for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Leona, thank you so much. I know that you have tons and tons of information to give them about finances and all that kind of stuff. And the story, Salmonique's life story, I know is going to be amazing. I have no doubt. Now that's 4 women. Now this is we got another 3 women. 2 aren't here, like I mentioned before. Dr. Wilne Bain, she's at work. She's at the hospital. She said she had a critical patient that she had to deal with. And our international guest, Miss Brittany Noel, who is coming in from Houston, Texas. And she's a mental health therapist. And she had a patient, she had a client that she had to see this afternoon as well. So they, if they can, they're going to try and pop on and pop off. And we know how that goes. Like I say, it's the middle of the week. And I wanted to do this because I wanted people to get the opportunity to get a glimpse of what is going to be in that room on Saturday. And if you have a daughter, if you're a mother and you have a daughter, if you are a organization and you cater to young women, if you are a church and you have youth groups that have young women, let me tell you something. Go to www.thewholewoman.tv, register those young women, get them in the room on Saturday. And let me just say, if you bring them, they get breakfast, they get lunch, they get goodie bags. And that isn't even the amazing information that's going to be in there. That's just the simple things. The most important thing in the room at time is going to be the information that is being given by these women on this screen. Next up is Miss Gloria Gilbert. Now, Gloria is the master of this thing. She's been doing some stuff for a long, long time. Gloria, you are
Hi.
a trained entrepreneurial coach. So you take it away and let them know what you're going to be bringing to the table for those young women on Saturday.
Okay, wow, I'm excited. You all ladies have so much knowledge to share. I am Captain Gloria Gilbert. I'm a
Yes, she
licensed
is a
boat
boat captain,
captain.
a big boat captain. Yes.
Yeah, and whenever I say it, they usually say, "Oh, wow, women don't get involved in those things." But I had to. I am the CEO of ABC Maritime Training, as well as the Smart Service Training Institute. And so, um, having done customer service smart training program, you may have heard about it, that over 5,000 ministry, at least frontline hospitality workers participated in, through the Ministry of Tourism. So I'm now retired and doing whatever I can to continue to share the knowledge that I have. Um, when you think about entrepreneurship, I know during my time, and I'm like old, I wouldn't say I'm retired, but we were told back then to get a job. And there was a reason for that because at our level, we did not have the opportunity to even think about entrepreneurship, although our parents made popsicles and icicles. I don't know if y'all remember about that. Cups way back then. So the ladies in our community, they did entrepreneurship, but not at the level that we could pass it on. And so what they said to us is get a job. And, jobs were not as, you know, we didn't have that many, but when you were able to get a job, you were happy. And then the civil servants started to hire us, among other things. But I'm talking about entrepreneurship. If we look at the jobs now and you look at the minimum salary, among other things, you wonder whether how it's survival. And I think right now, what we need to be looking at is creating our own opportunities for wealth. And we really have to start to encourage our young persons to go into a business for themselves. If we look at it, God gave everybody, and I mean everybody, you have a talent. And, I often tell people, hey, some people you could wake up in the night and tell them, look, bake a cake, and they'll bake that cake with icing. And whereas some persons who don't have another gift, You could tell them to bake a cake and they have to say, I have enough time. I need 2 days to buy everything and get everything together. So God has given each of us a gift. Like you ladies, each of you have a gift that you can share. And basically, it's an entrepreneurial opportunity, but we have to start to encourage our young people to look at the talent they have and how they can
Mhm.
share that talent. I remember my professor at the University of the West Indies. He came in one day and he came in one day and he said to, "Hey, find a need and fill it, and you can be one of the best entrepreneurs in the land." So I'm going to take it from that point, try to encourage the young ladies from a young age. Hey, they can make their cups, they can sell their brooches. There are lots of things that they can do. So we'll pray that we have a very successful day. I know with Reggie at the helm, it's going to be successful. So I just thank you for the opportunity to share.
Thank you so much, Gloria. I know I've known Gloria for a long time, and I know she has a wealth, when I say a wealth of knowledge to bring to the table for those young women. I am just so excited. I can't even tell y'all. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. I can't wait until Saturday when those young women come in that room. I just want them. There's, like you wish you could crack their head open, pack all the stuff in, and then close it back up and send them home so that they could be better, to stronger, wiser, to be able to survive in the mess that is out there that they have to face every day. And that is how I truly, truly feel about it. Because when they leave out there, I want them to be like, I am somebody. That's what I want them to think. I am somebody. The last person on the screen, he is my girl, is Kim Welcome. Now, Kim is there's so many things about Kim. Every time I do an interview with Kim or I talk about Kim, I still don't know whether to say she's a sought after speaker, she's a singer, she's the CEO. There's just so much. You tell them all the things you are, and tell them what your job is on Saturday.
Well, first, I want to say that there is nothing more important than pouring into the lives of young women. And I am so proud of you, so happy for you, Regina, for what it is that you're doing. And I'm so happy to be able to support this initiative. I'm Kim Welcome. I am a singer, songwriter, speaker, and the CEO of Influential Voice, which is a communication, training, and coaching company. I work with women all the time. My life is dedicated to helping women become everything that they were created to be. And so everything that I do is rooted in that particular objective. I work with women from around the world, and it's so funny because no matter what the culture, no matter what the color, women face similar challenges no matter where they are. And one of those basic challenges, believe it or not, is confidence.
Mm,
Having the
yes.
confidence to use their voice, the confidence to pursue their dreams, the confidence sometimes to even say what it is that they really want. And so that's the way I work with women. And on Saturday, I will be moderating and just helping this event to flow and maybe dropping a few nuggets here and there. But I'm so excited to hear the women on the platform, hear what they have to say. I'm sure there are gems that I can gather as well. But I know that the young women who attend will not leave the same. So if you have a young woman in your life from 12 to 18, register her now. Register her now for this event because these opportunities, they seem like they're a lot, but I don't think people can be built up enough. I don't think we
Mm,
ever get enough of being developed. There is always more growing to do. There's always more to learn. There's always more to discover about yourself and who you are here to become. And I'm a big proponent of purpose and God given destiny. And as one of our speakers mentioned, the fact that God put something in every single one of us to
Amen.
sustain us on this
Yes.
planet. Your gifts, your
Yes.
talents, your abilities, they have been designated to you to share with other people and sustain your own life. So I just think that this Girl I Got You conference is going to get some girls where they need to be.
I, I, I come in agreement. I come in total agreement.
Amen.
Listen, I I'm see, I tell you all, it's just like we've only scratched the surface. We have two other speakers who have not even spoken, and what has been said here tonight is already a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of empowerment for young women and women alike to be able to see themselves in a different light. Now, I'm Regina Wiley. I'm the host of the conference, and I'm going to be speaking to the young women and bringing to the table. Um, I'm going to be teaching them to know how powerful they are. My topic is power of knowing who you are. I could tell you, it took me a long, long time, many much years to get to the place that I am in my life. And I could tell you, in going through everything that I went through, it has brought me to this place. I tell my daughter all the time, no matter what, good, bad, or indifferent, it's made me who I am. And I am amazing, amazingly amazing. And I love
Amen.
who I am. And that is one of the things I want to help those young women to come to understand who they are so that they could know that they have the right, the power to say what they want, say who they are, accept what they need to accept, and turn down what they do not want to come into their lives. That is what I bring to
Amen.
the table. Like I said, it is just a few of us here. There's two other persons, Dr. Wilne Bay, who is at the hospital with the patient, and Brittany Noel out of Houston, Texas, who's going to be here on Friday. She's coming in early, and this is her birthday weekend, so girls will probably get to hang out with her so that everybody could get to meet her. She's an amazing young woman. I'm going to pull up a video from her so that people could see what it is that she brings to the table. So let's take a little break and listen to Brittany so people can get to know who she is.
And age, how should we be doing this dating thing?
There's no one right way to either do it right or do it wrong. What I will say is you need to be authentic to yourself.
All right.
Do what feels good to you. There's nothing worse than lowering your standard for someone who couldn't jump the bar in the first place.
All right.
So if you want somebody to come pick you up,
If I want him to pick me up,
if you want someone to pick you up, then they need to pick you up. If you want someone who talks on the phone, then they need to talk on the phone. Do not lower your standard because you will get that person who gave you less than, and then you'll feel slighted.
okay. All right.
Okay, that is just a little snippet from
Awesome.
Renee Noel, and she is going to be in the room with us on Saturday, and she is going to be bringing the fire. She's going to be talking to the young women about relationships. She's going to be talking to them about relationships and mental health, and I am so excited to have her there. Um, there is so much value that is going to be in that room. But what I want to talk about before we even say anything else further about the value that's going to be in the room, I want everybody to sit back and think about a time or a situation that they've experienced that a young woman has spoken to them about, or they have helped a young woman in our society to be encouraged to go on with their lives. I know that hmm, I've had so many situations where young women have come up to me and asked me, and it always amazes me because I'm like, well, why are they asking me? Because I go through my own stuff. But I realized that it is something that God has called me to. And because he has called me to it, sometimes I have to be like, the first thing in my head is to get a friend and do my deal. And then you just have to come out of it. If you're serving God, you have to give them wisdom from a place that is that is
that is
smart that
smart
they can
that they can
use to
use
move
to
forward in
move
their
forward
lives
in
and
their
become
lives and
better.
become better.
Tell me
Tell
about
me
one
about one
instance where
instance
you
where
have
you
had to
have
help
had
a
to
young
help a
woman.
young woman.
Why am I
Why
getting
am I getting
that?
that?
That's up to
That's up to
anyone.
Well,
anyone.
Anyone can take
I
it.
Take it.
I can
I can
not
not
necessarily one
necessarily
person.
one word.
I
I
remember
remember
being
being
responsible
responsible.
for the hair braiders downtown. In fact, I was the person that opened or started the hair braiding center. I remember those young ladies they used to sit in Royston Square and try to braid a hair. And the police officer used to come to them and lock up some of
Lock up
them, and then
some of them, and
eventually
then eventually they realized
that
that
my office was right
my
next
office
door.
was right next door.
And a lot of them
And a
came
lot of them
in
came in running off.
and
And
what I did
what
was I
I did was
made
I
them
made
hide.
hide.
And when I
And when I
saw them
saw
laying,
them
Getting
late,
a feedback.
I used to want to see them.
see them.
I
Gloria.
Gloria.
Excuse me a moment,
Excuse me a
Gloria.
moment,
We're
Gloria.
getting a
We're getting a
feedback. I
feedback.
don't know
I don't
why.
know why.
Um,
Um,
you're getting
you're getting
a
a
feedback.
feedback.
I'm getting a
I'm getting a
feedback from you
feedback
as
from you as
well.
well.
Wow. Okay, like I say, this is technology, and we know that with technology, all things are possible. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes. So
let me see if
let me
there's
see if there's
something that I
something
can
that I
do
can do
to stop
to
this. Go
stop
ahead,
this. Go
Gloria,
ahead,
while I
Gloria,
try
while
to
I
see if
try
there's a
and
way
see
for
if
me
there's
to
a way for me
mitigate
to
it.
mitigate it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
and
what
so
I
what
did,
happened,
the
the
person
person
at
that
the time used
time
to
used
walk
to
past
walk
my
past
office
my office
every 12 o'clock, 12:30 to go to lunch. And I told those ladies, I said, the
the
next
next
time
time
y'all come in my
y'all come
office
in my
at
office at
12:30,
12:30,
and you all
and you all
surrounded.
surrounded.
And they
And
did
they
that.
did that.
Promised
Come
them that
them
he
that
will
he will
open a hearing
hear
center
things
for
that
them.
for them.
And many
And
of them
many of them
told me that
told me that
now
wow
and
and
say,
hey,
now you
now
make me
you
get
make
up.
me get up.
You know,
You know,
we have a
we have a
profession, and
profession
it
and
really
it
does
really does
something to
something
you
to you
that you've
that you've
impacted
impacted
somebody's life.
somebody life.
Hold on for me
Hold
one
on for me
second,
one
Gloria.
second, Gloria.
I'm trying to
I'm
see if
trying to
I
see if
can
I can um
find a way to stop
I'm
find a
this
way to
finished.
stop
feedback.
this feedback.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know what
I don't
is
know
going
what is
on.
going on.
Hold on for
Hold
me
on
one
for me one
second.
second.
There's only
There's
one
only
mic
one
on,
mic on,
so I
so
don't
I
know where that feedback is coming from.
I think you fixed it.
Can't, oops, anybody else say something for me? Let me see if it's just me and her or if it's straight across the board.
No, I think
Are
you
you
fixed
able
it.
to hear me?
Yeah, I
It's
can hear
getting clear
everyone and
now,
I'm
and
not
I'm
hearing
not
it.
hearing it.
Okay, I hear it
Okay, I hear
again.
it again.
Hear it
Hear
again.
it again.
Um,
Um,
while I'm
while
speaking,
I'm speaking,
Stephanie, your camera, I'm getting some kind of feedback from from your microphone. Say something for me, please.
can
I
you hear me?
am
I
Miss
am
Universe
Miss
Bahamas.
Universe Bahamas. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My mic is
Hi.
muted, so
Yeah, I'm getting a feedback from your mic because all the other
Because
mics
all
I'm
the
not
other
getting
mics, can you I'm
anything,
not
but
getting
I'm getting a
anything, but I'm
feedback from
getting a
yours.
feedback from
Pop
yours.
out and come
Pop
back
out
in for
and
me,
come back
please.
in for me, please. Okay.
Pop out and come
Pop
back
out
in for
and
me.
come back in for me. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, you see, it's gone. I saw there's a feedback coming from her mic. Sorry
Are you
about
able
that,
to hear
everyone.
us clearly?
Yeah, I can hear everybody clearly now. Glorious, say something for me. Let me hear if yours is clear now.
yes, it is. I was muted because, and then now I am back online.
Okay, I'm a problem solver, people.
That happens when you're doing a
And
good
if you
thing. God helps you.
and if listen, and if
Yes.
you speak to Katashna, she will tell you the minute she wanted to take out a belt for me because I'm completely retarded when it comes to tech. I stress her out a lot. Is anybody looking for anything tech? Call Katesh, the website, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. Ask. Well, don't call her because y'all because me can't get my stuff done. Stay away from her. But yes, so Gloria, you can continue for me.
I was saying I was finished, but you know when you have a lot of persons who see you now on the street no longer than Saturday, one of the
One of the
ladies
ladies
almost
almost
lift me
lift
up.
me up.
She
She
said,
said,
you
you
impacted my
impacted my
life.
life. That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Um,
Um,
Stephanie,
Stephanie,
it's your mic.
it's your mic.
I don't know if
Oh,
you
I
have
don't know if
on
you
two
have on
mics
two
or if
mics
you
or
have
if you have
two
two
Facebook
Facebook
pages up
pages
or
up or
something.
no, I just
something.
Can
have
you
on
talk?
Can you talk?
one. But I'll
Just
turn it off
one?
for
Just one?
now.
Yes, and then
Yes. And
I'll
then
point
I'll
to
point
you.
to you.
I'll point
Okay.
to
I'll
you,
point
and
to you,
then
and then
you could
you
pop
can
back
pop
in.
back in.
Okay.
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 Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Okay, yeah.
Unmute the
Technology.
mic.
I tell you, people, when it comes to technology, it is something. Now, I had asked everybody to give a point of view of someone they had helped. But what I want to talk about a couple weeks ago, I saw a video of a young woman in her school uniform, and I've spoken about it. And she was being molested by an old man. And I don't know if anybody, and I don't even know where the video came from or how it got on my feed, but that thing hurt my heart so badly. And I do believe that the fact that God gave me this purpose is because I was so broken because of it. And I think he probably knew he could get me to do what he needed me to do. Because I tell you, 2 days this conference was already created. 2 days it was created. There is a need for us as older women to be able to minister to the younger women. That's what the Bible says we're supposed to do. And I do believe, I know that there are a lot of organizations out there that are doing their part. And like I tell people, we need some more, I think God needs some more boots on the ground because at the end of the day, if each one of us, just the six of us on this stream now, reach out to a young woman and be the change we want to see in the world, I believe that the world could be a better place. Tell me about an experience that you guys have had. Continue for me and tell me about an experience that you've had. Kim, where
You
you've
mean in?
influenced the life of a young woman.
Mm, well, because I'm a coach, I have lots of
Lots
experiences.
and lots of stories.
I spoke earlier about how a lot of times women really just they lack confidence. They lack somebody building them up and showing them who they really are. And I had this one young lady come to me. She was in a group coaching session, extremely shy to the point I didn't even know how she came to that session. It was in person back then because she just had the look of shy, like the shyness was just so extreme. Her body
Mm,
language, she didn't have make on eye contact with anyone. She kind of was sitting there and her eyes were kind of shifty and she didn't want to look at anybody, kind of speaking under her voice. And she was working at a company where she said that she didn't think that her boss um, even saw her, could see her. But I could see why, because
mm.
everything in her body language said, "Don't look at me, don't look at me." But
I'm
she
not
said,
here.
yeah, but she said that she knew that she was doing an excellent job in her work. And she wanted to be recognized for the work that she was doing. And, this is what I do with women every day. I build them so that they can see themselves. I help them to see what God has put in them so that they can step out boldly and take on the confidence that is God given, the confidence that we're supposed to have as
Exactly.
God's creation. And I
Mm,
show them their own gifts, their talents, their abilities, And when they take that in, it just transforms the way they carry themselves. And
Mm.
within a month's time, she sent me an email and she said, "Do you know I got a raise and a promotion?" Like when she stepped up to the plate and just, like a wilted flower, when it just
And
like
then
takes
just
its full stand.
bloom, just
Then,
bloom.
yes, then she
Mm,
was seen. She was heard. She was
Mm.
recognized. And she has since moved on to a big four accounting firm, which just tells you how much her confidence had grown to get such a,
Mm.
competitive, well, get a position at such a competitive firm. And
mm.
she's doing well. And that, it's stories like that that warm my heart.
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what, imagine having approximately 200 young women in a room on Saturday, right? We could get kind of thing that Gloria spoke about and that Kim is talking about into those young women. And I remember when I used to mentor at AF Adley, seventh grade girls. And I was walking downtown one day and I was walking because sometimes I walk with my head down. And this police officer, every time I tried to shift to go around her, she would shift and come in front of me. And I would, now you know you looking up like, lady, what the deal is? When I looked up, she started laughing. She's like, "You don't remember me, hey?" I was like, "No." She's like, "I was one of your students at AFID. You mentored me." I was like, "Oh, like I did something right, Jesus." It was like I had an impact that she remembered me. And she said, when you came in and you spoke to us, say, I remember the things you said. And it was like I would take
Mm,
an hour of my day and go into that school and speak to them. And it was only for
mm.
one term, but they remember. And I thought that was so fascinating. And that is something that I wanna be able to pour into those young women on Saturday.
I
I
must
can't
say,
even listen. I mean, I'm
if I could
passionate, but
say
that's
something
sure.
to
It's a
Kim,
conversation. Anybody who
I,
wants to speak, go ahead.
yeah, Kim, I sat in on a few of your sessions, and I want to tell you that you have truly impacted my life.
Oh, wow.
See, you don't even know that. Hey,
I sat in on a few of your sessions, and I'm saying, wow, wonderful. I left there really encouraged and empowered. And I think I
Gloria,
should
I
do that.
second that motion. She has really been
I heard
phenomenal
that.
in my
I
life.
heard that.
As a voice coach, she has really done some amazing stuff with
Mhm.
me. And I have sat in the room with her as she's coached other people. She's invited me to some sessions she's done. And just the
Mhm.
charisma she brings, just the
Yeah,
authenticity is just so real. And Gloria, I shared some platforms with you as well before. And it's truly a pleasure to see you here tonight.
thank you.
I'm so honored.
Thank you.
Isn't it amazing? I tell you, I am so, listen, no need to say nothing else because it's all being said. Donna, tell us a story that you remember about impacting the life of a young woman.
Okay, just my life in itself is a source of inspiration to so many. Having come from humble beginnings, we didn't have much in terms of materiality, but I came from a family that was wealthy in love. And I think the love, the nurturing, the support I gained from my family has steered me well in the autumn years of my life. Growing up, we made mistakes along the way. I had my children at a very young age, but I was able to take the lessons I learned. And God is a God of second chances. He has given me so
Yes.
many second chances. And I just want to transition empty. I want to pour out so much of the goodness that God has gifted me with and just share this with young women. It's a learning experience to just be able to find yourself. I say knowledge is power. The way that I've had opportunities to just increase my knowledge, to expand my mind, to expand my horizons. All of the people, the network that I've associated myself with, the things that I've done at the university in entrepreneurship, what I've done as a business consultant with my clients, what I've done in the classroom with my students, what I've been able to do as I worked in financial services for almost 40 years at the central bank. My life is an inspiration to many. And in the words of the late Maya Angelou, I try every day to be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. And just the sheer effervescent personality that I bring, I am just so happy to just share and to just give back. I share in church circles. I share in my singles
Yes.
ministry. I share in my family life. I just have such a broad spectrum of people that whose lives I touch. And I am just all the
Mm.
more richer and blessed for it.
Listen to me. You know you right, right? You know you's my girl and you know you right. Listen, listen to me. Donna is like, I tell you when I met, I still remember the first, I think Kim introduced me to Donna. Yes. And the first time I met her, I fell in love with her. The very first time I met her, I fell in love with her. Her
What's not
personality is
to
just as
love?
you see it. And she's abs. I didn't hear.
I said, what's not to love?
Kim, you froze a little bit. But she's
Always thanking God for small mercies.
so I I'm so happy to have her in my life. Okay, Kateshla, you come on the back end and tell me, because I know you were an amazing young woman as well.
Well, the one thing that I realize when it comes to hearing people's vision is always my thing to help them bring
Yes.
it to life and present it in a way that they may see it one way in their head, but by the time it's they might see point A, B, and C. But as they're speaking, I'm hearing, and then there's D, and then there's E, and then there's F, and what about this, and what about that? And that's something that I've just done recently with a few young ladies. I mean, awesome artists. But you know, what they're always told, in school, get a job, get a job. But the passion that she has and the gift that she has, I said to her, listen, don't just get a job. Find a way that
Mm.
this talent that you have, you will be able to present it out there. And there was an opportunity where I had a client who wanted something hand painted. I went straight to that young lady. I'm like, look, I have an
Mm.
opportunity for you. And when I spoke to her just recently, there's something else that she thought about doing with her hands. I'm like, that's your gift. Why be
Mm.
somewhere else if you could be where you could be? So, I mean, your work would be play if you actually go in an area where it's not only a gift but it's a passion of yours. Go there. And
Mm.
I've been encouraging her and other people along the way. When I hear them speak and I hear the things that they are truly passionate about, I'm like, well, what about this? Because it's not only a gift, sometimes that's God just pressing them in that particular area and leading them along a path. Because with our journeys, it's not just one thing that we unpack and unfold, but as we journey through life, like Miss Mortimer,
Mm.
there's a umbrella full of things that she's uncovered and unpacked as she journeyed through life. And I've realized that there are a lot of people who hold on to that one thing, but they have that one strong passion that they push
Yes.
on the side and just say, oh, that's my hobby. But it could be so much more. And so hearing women and hearing the younger people, even people who feel like, I've already have accomplished everything, but there are things within each and every one of us. When we sit and we collectively come together, it's something that you have that I need. And I need you to not carry it with you, but deposit it in me before you go, please. Each and every one of you here. And that's the same way I feel about the young ladies and the people that I come into contact with.
Mhm.
Let me tell y'all something. She ain't lying. Y'all see me hang my head down and put my hand up. This young woman that beat me so she's like vagina. If you don't get this mission and this purpose of you, me and you will fall out. Because I'll go to me and her talk and I'll say one thing to her and she's like, but look, did you think about this? Did you go over here? Did you think about that? And it's like she has been And when I say that, and just how she's talking now, she does it with such love. And she's like scolding you, but you're being loved while you're being scolded.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I so appreciate her for that. She is an awesome, when it comes to that, she is awesome at that. It's amazing to me that all the women in this room, I have like some story to tell about them. When I look at Leona is like, she's like, Leona's a beast when she go after something. Now I could tell anybody that. And she has motivated me to Leona, tell me a story. You give me your story about helping a young woman. You go ahead. It's your turn. I can tell you a story for you.
Sorry, can you hear me? Because the last time
Yes,
I
we
was
can.
muted.
Yes, we can.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I'm so inspired on this platform right now. And I'm excited for Saturday because I know what's going to happen in that room when you have great minds, when you have energy moving at the same time. You're going to change lives right on the spot. And I'm just excited for that kinetic energy because I know it's going to happen. And there's so many stories, that I have, Miss Wiley. I mean, just from my personal experience of stepping out on faith and and having trust in God, knowing that what I believe was going to work, it was going to work, and having no doubt and being able to bring that to a lot of young persons. I have a lot of young women that approach me, and they're like, Miss Young, could you tell us, give us the blueprint. Like how did you become so successful? And I don't want to say too much because I want to make sure that the people on the
Saturday.
call are in the room. So please don't let me tell the story now because it's gonna be
Story.
fire. Like tears are gonna roll. I promise you, lives are gonna change. I don't want to get into the story now because I'm going to get really emotional because it connects so much with our young people, and it is a story that our young people need today. Because when you're young, when you're Black, and you have a dream and you have a goal and you go to a bank
Yes.
who you think these people were put in place to help you, and the banks look at you like, excuse me, no.
Yes.
But you move on faith and you trust God and it happens for you. Like, let me
Yes.
tell you, you have no idea. No idea. So I am like I said, I don't want to get into it now because I want every young woman in that room, I want them to see the value, the purpose of them being there, the fact that they took the step, they took the initiative and they're in that room, and we're going to make sure that they get inspired from all of the stories here on this platform. And I'm excited to bring mine. So it's just a little teaser, but I'm not going to go into it. But many, many, many young women, of course, who I've come in contact with, and I would like to share their stories as well, their lives that have been changed. And it was because of my story, that belief, and that went so far. So I'm excited to bring that on Saturday, but we're gonna leave some golden nuggets for Saturday. Yeah.
We're gonna be uh having all the information in the room and all the fun things. Kim is going to be giving everybody a chance to hashtag and win all the prizes. We have some amazing prizes. The goodie bags are going to be filled with so much good things, and in addition to all of the information. Let me say this, Salmonique. Are you Marcus? You good? You can hear me,
I can
Salmonique?
hear you. I can hear you. Are you able to hear
Oh,
me?
yes, I am. And we're all good now. I don't know what you did, but you did it.
Okay, wonderful.
So you take the opportunity to tell our audience about which an experience you had with the young lady.
Okay, well, I want to first say that while you were talking about faith, that really resonated with me. And Kim would have said that we're always learning, right? Every day. So you have impacted me in that short amount of time of you speaking. So I can only imagine what it is that you're going to bring on Saturday. So I'm excited to hear that. But for me, as you would have mentioned as well, it's about telling your story. And recently, I had a young lady that was involved in a domestic dispute. And because, again, that's something that I had dealt with, I was able to resonate with her. I was able to speak with her to let her know that she can use her voice. What was happening was she was trying to silence herself to save this person that did this to her. And I had to encourage her. Listen, it's okay. I know that you're afraid. You're embarrassed, right? You don't want people to know that this is something that you've been through. But it's only by you speaking are you able to help another woman. So I was able
Yeah.
to encourage her, pull that out of her so that she can use her voice. And that's again what I am all about, using my voice, using my story, because my voice, my story opens the mouth of another young woman. And I'm so excited to be that person that is here now to help these women, these young girls, understand that their voices matter. Don't be silent. Don't be silenced by the person that's oppressing you, that's hurting you. Speak up. So I was happy to be able to be that voice for her.
You can make me cry.
That's awesome.
Because y'all know I
Awesome.
ain't nothing. I'll be crying at the drop of a hat. Listen, listen. Each one of us told a story about a young woman, and each story is a different story. But each one of us was able to impact the life of a young woman. Again, just imagine us in that room on Saturday. Just picture it. Because I've already dispatched angels to be there to do what they need to do. Holy Spirit waiting on us. We just gotta go do what we need to do. Okay? Because he over there waiting. So I need all of us. I am going to I need all of us to be on one accord and be in the right frame of mind on Saturday for us to be able to deliver what we were given to deliver to those young women, because their lives, in some instances, will depend on what we say and what we do in that room. I have no doubt about it. I tell you, I was thrown out of my bed. I was thrown out of my bed to create this, to do this conference. And I was like, I was thinking I was going to do it for women like I normally do it. And the Holy Spirit was like, no, that's not what I told you to do. And I was like, okay, I apologize. I'll do what you tell me. And so I set my face to the ground. I know people have this committee and that committee and the other committee to bring these things to life. Me and God is the committee. And so I know this
Amen.
was him because he breathed on it. And I can tell you it has been so amazing to just watch him do and only he can. And when you're in his when you're walking in the vein of who God and what he has called you to do, it's amazing how it
Amen.
just moves. It just goes, and you don't have to sweat, and you don't have to cry, and you don't have to crawl on the ground. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to some of our sponsors. I'm not going to keep you guys. It's an hour. I wanted to do an hour. And I know it's a weekday, and I know you have kids, and I know you have work. So I'm not going to keep you. Salvanika's at work. Again, let me say that Dr. Wilnay Bain wanted me to give her apologies because she was not sure if she would be able to be here because she had a patient at the hospital that was critical. And let me say this, Dr. Payne, when I spoke to her about coming on the show, she was like, "No, we talking about their health. That's what we talking about." I was like, "Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say. You're the doctor, so you get to say whatever you want to say." And when I spoke to Brittany also, she had a client that she had to see because she's a mental health therapist in Houston, Texas, and she gets into town on Friday. She comes in on Friday. So I'm gonna collect her, and then it's her birthday weekend, like I said. So we ladies will get the opportunity to connect with her and get to meet her. She's an amazing young woman. You're gonna love her, just like how we love all other women on this platform. And so I know you're gonna really love her. But I'd like to say thank you to some of our sponsors, the Department of Social Services, Dr. Veronica McIver, Carolyn Neal from Dr. Neal's clinic. They do plastic surgery. Anybody who wants some, they're there. Dr. Gregory Neal is the plastic surgeon. And there are so many persons. If I tell you, I had I had a woman call me and she's like, I have $100 I need to sew. I'm sewing it into this. And she said, this is for a young woman. And I was like, okay. And then another person called me and said, I don't have a bunch of money, but I could sew enough to get 2 cases of soda. This is what has been happening with this conference. You, I went to the printers on Saturday to print some flyers to give out. And I walked into the printers and I went to Leona's daughter's birthday party on the that was Saturday, Leona, that was Friday, was Gracie's birthday. And I took all the monies from one bag and put it in the other bag to go to the party and forgot to put it back in the other bag that you take out when you're going. You know how we go. And I got to the printers and I didn't have any money. And I'm walking out the door and I'm saying, I'm talking to myself to go walk way to get my money because I forget my money. A young man was coming in the printers at the same time. He said to me, what happened? He said, I have to go all the way home to get the money he said, no, you don't. He opened the door. He said, come on, you. He didn't ask me how much. He didn't ask me what. He didn't ask anything. He opened the door and he said, come on in, got you. And he got to the counter and he said, put all this beautiful lady's stuff on my bill.
Wow.
So some of them, they're like, okay, Jesus. I was looking at him like he had lost his mind, and then I was like, okay, Jesus, you know, it's been that kind of thing with this conference. So I could tell you, each and every one of you that is here, believe me, you are in a place that God is blessing, and the fact that you're
I
going to
just,
feed into those young women's lives, it is going to be
yes.
counted. It is going to be counted to your account in the kingdom. I can tell you
Amen.
that. I am
Amen.
fasting. No, you're not supposed to say that. But I am on a run that when I walk in that room, some change can happen. No, it could be a good change, but change can take place. I
Yeah.
promise you all that.
Yeah.
And so that's the
Reggie,
energy. Yes, ma'am.
Regina, I just wanted to say that to share with the other ladies that just in April I lost my husband.
Yes.
And before he died, he made me promise to continue the training, and we target at risk young persons. And so I am really happy to be able to be a part of this great initiative that you have, you know, brought to light. And you ladies, I look forward to um, at least learning from you all. You know, you never know everything. And like I said, I'm amazed at what is going to happen. And I encouraged you.
Let me say this.
Thank
Gloria
you. I
is a woman
love
that
that.
is she is a woman that has Gloria has can I say it, Gloria? Before I
A
do?
survivor. Yes, yes,
That's a
you may.
survivor, and she's gone down the road, and she's still here, and she's still come. That's why there's no excuse. There's no excuse for other women. There's none. There's none. And we have to take excuses and all that stuff off the table and just make a
Yeah.
decision and stop being so self-centered and take some of our
Yes.
time and give it. That's what we were put here for, to give it,
Mm,
to help to change the lives of the young of the as older women, the young people in the world. I have
to
I
die
tell God
empty.
whatever He has for me to do, just like that, like
I
Dr.
love
Miles
it.
Monroe used to say, he just won't be empty. And I feel the same way. Um,
Yes.
that's it. And another friend of mine says that's it and that's all.
Well, Regina,
So
I
at
just
the
like
end,
to take this opportunity to say thank you to you for even inviting me to be a part of this. And I'd like to put a plug in for my colleagues at the University of the Bahamas who have so graciously said they donate some items for this function.
yes,
And I'd also like to
yes,
say to a very, very good friend of mine that was introduced to me by my very own voice coach, Kim Welcome, Miss Philippa Artis, who has so generously supported me in my business art of etiquette. And before she even met me, she says, Kim recommended you to me, and I believe in what you do, just enhancing the lives of young people. And she is willing to pour into me. So she has sponsored a girl and my daughter who will be there to set up my table and just to provide some goodie bags for the girls. I just want to say thank you for the network of persons that I've associated with who has taken this opportunity to support you in this awesome initiative that God has birthed within you. So thank you so much for inviting me to be a part.
listen. when I can't even begin to say how grateful I am to Donna. Donna is something else, girl. I
Okay.
breakfast taken care of, courtesy of Donna's contacts for 200 over 200 persons. I mean, like I can't even. When she called me, I was sitting down. I was like, "Is there any other lower I could go to sit down?" Because I'm like, you. There's listen. There's sodas, there's water, there's and the thing about it is, with all the donations and everything I've been getting, I have now the opportunity to have girls come in that cannot afford to pay. And those are the girls that we need in our home. Sorry, but because yeah, so girls are coming in that don't even have to pay. So if you know of a girl that needs to be in that room, call me at 467-1884 and let us take the opportunity to get them in that room so that we could pour into them. This is for our audience as well, so that we could pour into them and we could help to make a difference. For those of you who have not registered as yet, thanks to Canoe Pay, you can go straight to thewholewoman.tv and you can purchase your ticket and you can register there. They are one of our partners, and you can go there and you can get your ticket. You get your ticket right online. Isn't that amazing? Nowadays, that's like, I mean, convenience at its best. All you have to do is print your ticket, show up, and come into the room. Let me take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone. I'm telling you, people, I tell you, the calls have been coming in. People are like, well, I have this and I have that. And it's just so amazing. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, okay. God, you were amazing. But let me say thank you to you ladies. Let me take this opportunity to say thank you for believing in me and believing in the vision that I know God has placed in my heart. I am so, so very grateful to each and every one of you for showing up and for saying yes, because you could have very well said no. I thank you for saying yes. I thank you for being with me. I look forward to seeing all of you on Saturday for hugs. Hugs. So we can get to know each other and to just love on each other and to love on those young women in the room. Again, parents, if you have a daughter, parents, mothers, fathers, if you have a daughter, organizations, if you cater to young women, churches, schools, if you want your young women in that room, if you want your young women in that room, go to www.thewholewoman.tv, register there, and get them in that room on Saturday. It's Saturday at the National Training Agency. It's from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. You're going to get lunch. You're going to get breakfast. You're going to get lunch. You're going to get goodie bags. And not to mention the amazing information that's going to transform their lives. Again, like I said, we are at 12 minutes past 9. That is a little more than an hour. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be with me. I truly, truly appreciate you. My daughter, when she came in a minute ago, my technical assistant is Aisha Wiley. I love that girl to smithereens. That is my favorite human, one of them. She's my assistant. She's do the makeup. She's do the hair. She's do the technical on the Facebook. She's do all of it. So I'd like to thank her because she's always there. If you go to any of the posts that I post for this event, first person, number one, love it, that girl. Everybody else come after her. She is my greatest supporter. My son said, go break a leg. That's what he told me. Are my greatest supporters, and I love them. I love. And I am just grateful, ladies. I look forward to us getting together on Saturday again. Miss Wilney Bain is not able to attend tonight, nor this is Brittany Noel, but they're going to be in on Saturday, people. And you saw all the good information that you got here from these ladies. So get in that room. And I'm trying to make sure that I've done everything. Anybody would like to have anything else to say? And then we're going to close out. We're good?
I guess okay.
Excited
We're
and
good.
just hope that
Okay.
everybody gets some girls in the room so that they can be blessed. It's going to be an awesome, awesome
It's going to
day.
be amazing. When she came through just now, she said we had 207 plays. So this number doesn't matter. She has the report over there.
Okay.
So we're good. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. If you have any questions, you guys know how to reach me. Give me a call. So thank you everyone for joining us on the show this evening. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the room on Saturday. If you have any questions or you need any questions, answers concerning getting tickets, getting to the event, anything, you can give me a call at the office, 605-0188, or you can call me on my cell phone at 467-1884. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good evening.
Good
Bye, everybody.
evening and
Good evening, everyone.
some night.
See all the love.